Hello, it's James here, head coach at PCMA, the Property Conversion Mastery Academy. Around here, we don't just talk about property conversions, we actually roll up our sleeves and do them. Forget the endless theory you get everywhere else. We're all about turning plans into real profits. Whether you're staring down your first deal or gearing up for your next big exit, we're with you every step of the way. Imagine, what if one simple system could eliminate 87% of your property development disasters? Since Grenfell, over £50 million in developer penalties have been issued. The Building Safety Act now brings criminal liability for non-compliance. Meanwhile, elite developers are discovering that zero-defect delivery isn't just about avoiding penalties. It's the ultimate competitive advantage. But here's the shocking truth. 80% of developers are still approaching quality control completely backwards. They're spending most of their effort fixing problems that should never have existed in the first place. Our approach rests on three interconnected pillars that form what we call the Trifecta of Mastery. First, done-for-you implementation. We don't just teach theory, we execute projects alongside our members through a proven 7-phase workflow. Second, comprehensive education and tools, including pro-grade systems like our £5,000 financial model. Third, peak performance integration, because mindset and execution discipline separate elite developers from the rest. The Post-Grenfell Landscape has fundamentally reset the entire game. The Building Safety Act 2022 creates criminal liability for developers. You can't delegate duty holder responsibilities, they're yours personally. Projects can be stopped mid-construction during gateway approvals. And the golden thread mandate means every building over 18 meters requires unbroken digital documentation from design to handover. But here's what most developers don't realize. Rework from defects can consume up to 30% of your total project budget. We're not just talking about snagging lists anymore. We're talking about systematic failures that can destroy entire developments. The developers who master quality and compliance systems first will dominate the next decade. Everyone else will be fighting for survival. This is where the Trifecta of Mastery framework comes in. It's built on three deeply interconnected elements: zero-defect quality, regulatory compliance, and peak performance. These aren't separate departments or independent goals, they're a unified system for development excellence. The foundation is the 80-20 rule. Invest 80% of your quality effort in proactive prevention systems, only 20% in reactive detection. Combine this with golden thread digital documentation as your single source of truth and visual management techniques that transform your team into a high-performance quality machine. The result? You build it right the first time, every time. No rework, no budget overruns, no criminal liability, just predictable, profitable, compliant developments. Here's the fundamental shift that separates elite developers from everyone else. Most developers spend 80% of their effort on quality control, finding and fixing defects after they've occurred. They create reactive snagging lists, deal with budget overruns from rework, and constantly fight fires. Elite developers flip this completely. They invest 80% of their effort in quality assurance proactive prevention systems that make defects nearly impossible in the first place. They focus on process design rather than product inspection. Let me show you the three tools that form your quality command center. First, the Dynamic Quality Control Checklist. This isn't your typical tick box exercise, it's a phase-specific, living document with mandatory hold points that prevent work from progressing until quality and compliance are confirmed. No sign-off, no progress. Second, the Master Compliance Tracker Your Dashboard for every BSA gateway milestone, certificate deadline, and statutory obligation. It links directly to your golden thread evidence, so compliance isn't a mystery, it's measurable. Third, the proactive inspection schedule, color-coded, automated, risk-based timing for every required inspection. This is where peak performance psychology meets construction excellence. The big room concept transforms your project coordination through visual management. Your SQCDP dashboard tracks safety, quality, cost, delivery, and people metrics in real time. Everyone can see performance at a glance, but here's the secret weapon: goal stacking. Instead of one massive project completion goal, you break it down into achievable micro goals: zero-defect foundation pour, frame inspection passed, services installation check. Each small win builds momentum toward the macro achievement. Micro achievements drive macro excellence. Now we get advanced. Lean construction principles eliminate 8 types of waste: defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized talent, transportation, inventory motion, and extra processing. Each type of waste costs you money and increases defect risk. But the real game changer is the production preparation process 3P. This brings cross-functional teams together to co-design both product and process for maximum quality and efficiency. You're not just planning what to build, you're engineering how to build it perfectly. The principle is simple but powerful. Design quality into the process up front. Don't try to inspect it in later. Let me show you exactly how this works in practice. Urban Living PLC faced a £2.8 million challenge, converting a 10-story Manchester office building to residential. As a higher-risk building over 18 meters, it required full BSA gateway compliance with unforgiving deadlines. They deployed our master compliance tracker for all BSA milestones, maintained golden thread documentation throughout, and used weekly goal stacking sessions with visual risk management. The team could see problems before they became disasters. The results? 0 queries from the building safety regulator at Gateway 3. Completed on budget, 6 weeks ahead of schedule, and enhanced market reputation that led to 3 more projects. That's the power of systematic excellence. Let's talk numbers, because this isn't theory, it's measurable business impact. Traditional reactive approaches see rework consuming 15 to 30% of project budgets. Delay penalties can hit £50,000 weekly. BSA non-compliance now brings criminal liability. The total risk? Complete project failure. The zero-defect approach flips this entirely. Yes, you invest 2 to 5% of budget in prevention systems up front, but you protect schedules, completing projects 10 to 20% faster. Your reputation for quality attracts 25 to 40% more deals. And the math is undeniable. Every £1 invested in quality systems returns £3 to £5 in protected profits. Join the ranks of developers who thrive on systematic excellence. The Hidden Wealth Code course offers you full access to the Commercial Conversion Mastery system, including detailed risk mapping, QC checklists, and powerful tools to streamline your project management. You can start today with the first 3 lessons absolutely free. Take the next step in transforming your approach, whether you're looking to optimize, scale, or future-proof your projects. Don't forget to subscribe for exclusive updates and expert strategies.